numbers that are going down are the numbers that should be going down, that are planning to go down, which means essentially that we're doing our best to comply with the financial plan that we all came up with. It is not a pleasant thing to do. It's not an easy thing to do, but it's a necessary thing. And we're certainly looking to fulfill those responsibilities. I think particular to note in that is that the outstanding payables, which were once $4 million, are 2-point-something million, which reflects our diligence in doing that. Healthcare, we're pleased that we've been able to save on some healthcare costs. There was concern, great concern about being self-insured. There's always great concern about being self-insured because it does expose us to some things, but we all thought that there's a possibility that it would indeed decrease our healthcare costs, which appears to be the case to this point. We'll keep our fingers crossed. The fact that the checks are not bouncing from the law enforcement trust fund, I suppose, is a good thing. But the reality is that this is the slow, ugly, difficult process of complying with an extremely draconian financial recovery plan. And we're doing it. We do, however, see in our streets and on our streets that we're paying a price for that. It goes back to the point that there is just not enough revenue generated within the city of East Cleveland to function as a full municipality in the state of Ohio. I commend our city council for making a decision that is also a difficult decision to make, and that is to impanel the merger commission in conjunction with the city of Cleveland. Our city council, after a petition and after much deliberation, cast a unanimous vote to impanel that commission and ask it to move its work forward. They appointed 3 individuals of their choice, and I'm pleased with those appointments. And we'll look for Cleveland City Council within the next 30 days or so to appoint its 3 members of the financial planning, get the names fixed up, the merger commission. All these commissions, they run together after a while. So that is indeed a step that is much needed and very much appreciated, and it's not one that is easy to do as a council person, so I commend all the members of council for that. We all, I think, need to play a role in that. The staff of this Financial Planning and Supervision Commission, as well as the membership of this Financial Planning and Supervision Commission, I think has a lot to offer to the next commission, which is the Merger Commission. And I think that in our individual capacities, there are some people at this table who will engage partners for that merger process and discussion that need to be engaged, i.e. the state of Ohio. The state of Ohio, I would hope that would pay attention to this, the merger process, and I would hope that they understand, the state of Ohio, that there are costs associated with the merger that can't be borne by the individual communities. But this merger process, if indeed it goes far enough, could answer a number of questions, not only for Cleveland and East Cleveland, but for the state of Ohio. We are not the only financially troubled community, not the only financially troubled entity. And if the state of Ohio truly believes that local government should do things to consolidate, this is the ultimate in consolidation. And if they believe that, then perhaps they realize that there is a financial cost to that, and perhaps they will participate in that, not only for Cleveland and East Cleveland, but for troubled communities throughout the state of Ohio. That's it.
Okay. Thank you, Mayor. As I was telling your counterpart, I shouldn't say counterpart, Mr. Councilperson, Mr. King, don't look at me, I'm just a regular guy, but I definitely will convey that message.
Thank you.
Mr. King, speaking of.
Thank you, Madam Chair.
Sure.
The mayor pretty much outlined what council's been working on. It took us maybe 2 months.
More like 12, but who's counting? No, it was a very thorough
Time
process.
flies.
We had to do some interviews, and I think we had maybe a little over 20 applicants, 22 applicants, and so we brought a number of people in, and we huddled around and kind of made funny faces at each other in a private
The usual
meeting.
meeting, huh?
Yeah,
Yeah.
and we came out of there and we're all on the same page.
Good.
And we felt great about that, because we know it's not often council is on the same page and has the same voice to the public. So we're moving that forward. We're in the process of doing a press release now. We're going to have a meeting in which we bring in the residents and we kind of ask them for things that they would like to see or like to have discussed in the negotiations. Kind of a wish list. We also provided a wish list, and also what came out of that meeting is we did get a letter basically from the mayor saying that he gave us a thumbs up to do this independent outside look at the city and what, if anything, could be done to kind of right the ship and move the city forward. So we're kind of excited about that, to give residents options as we move forward through this. So stay tuned.
But are you planning to, or are you still thinking about the same firm that has been mentioned?
Conway McKenzie.
Thank you, I couldn't think, I knew it was Mackenzie, I couldn't.
Yeah, so
Okay.
we're still looking at them because they meet the criteria, nationally recognized, independent, outside the region, and they're recognized in the field. They've done Detroit, and they're currently working on Puerto Rico.
Okay.
So we feel confident that that's our team.
Sure.
Can we at all arrange to observe their work in Puerto Rico?
Not in the budget, Mayor.
You're an outside firm.
So that concludes my report.
Oh.
Thank you.
Any questions of either the mayor or Mr. King?
I have a question, but I'll just say that having been on this commission for the past 2 years, this step is monumental in the cooperation between the mayor's office and the council. So as a outsider but quasi-insider, by working and having lived here, I think it's a positive step forward for this community to at least ask that question.
Sure.
Thank you. I'd have to give a lot of credit to not just the mayor, but to our council president, who I have no idea why they keep trying to recall him, but because he's doing good work. Yeah, he's doing good work. He's upstairs, he's in the council's office, he's in City Hall 4 or 5 times a week, 2 or 3 times a day, right? Trying to get the hard work done, and we're doing it. Change is hard sometimes. So,
It's very hard,
thank you.
most times, I think. I do think. Okay, anything else? I don't know, I mean, we basically, as far as monitoring the financial recovery plan, I think that's become evident just in the reports
I'm with you.
that were discussed by Tisha. I definitely see that there is a huge improvement. And I was just in another city who we just had their first meeting, and they were told the experience of the person who was from the Auditor of State's office, and she said she's been with them for 30 years, over 30 years.